Well, welcome back, everyone. Another incredibly exciting day in markets, with markets coming back down. Let's go take a look at where we are. Still in that long-term uptrend channel, going back to October of 2022, or have we broken the channel? Let's zoom into the hard right edge over here for the S&P E-minis, the primary market. The bottom of the channel is this dark green line, which we closed below last Friday. Started below on Sunday night for Monday's futures trade, had the rampaging move up, kept half of the gains. Market didn't believe that things were going to go well necessarily, but didn't want to believe that it was not going to go well. We had some indecision, and today on Thursday, March the 26th, we're seeing the market give in. Trump had a cabinet meeting that was televised earlier, trying to reassure the world that we were going to see the war end soon, but of course his Minister of War ended up telling us that we're going to end up negotiating with bombs, and oil shot up and the markets came down. So we are now below, again, the bottom of that channel. A close below puts us near the bottom edge of the channel that goes back to effectively February the 25th. And a break below the bottom of the channel could unravel the market some more. A rise that takes us back up above roughly 66.15 could change things and put us back into repair mode. Now, here's the strategies that I was using in live market with members in the active trader room and on WealthCharts. We went into an in-depth diagnostic of the process that I used to come down to sketching out a trade and then executing it, from understanding the big six states that we're in, to the position of the market, to the internals, to the technicals on a multi-time frame basis, where we want to find high probability setups. I day trade primarily off the 5-minute chart, looking for the backing of the 1-hour chart to be signal aligned, and I use the 1-minute chart for execution to actually make that transaction happen. I'm going to undock that 5-minute chart and zoom out a little bit, so you can see a setup that we identified live in front of folks in the active trader room and on WealthCharts. We had a down signal, triple S sell, a triple S buy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bars went by. Another sell, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bars went by, 4 bars went by, and we had a buy, then we had a sell. And then we started to see the double red dots come into play here. What is this that I'm discussing? Well, this is what we call pre-trade conditioning from the triple S indicator. It's one of the most high probability setups out there, and we've got a beauty of a setup in this particular case. And of course, price action stayed below the bottom of Rob's MSR channel. We started to see that blue line starting to slope down. Double red dots appeared, and even if taken on the bar near the beginning of the bar right over here at 12:25 p.m. to 12:30 p.m., we were sitting at around 65.75. We're all the way down here in the 65.20 area at this moment in time. That's an incredible run for those who are catching pieces of the move, or of course trading the whole move overall. And this is something we discussed live. I traded bits of it live in front of folks in the active trader room and of course on WealthCharts during the middle of the day today. Let's go and take a look at some of the results associated with that. I did it for both the NASDAQ and the ES. I traded both futures contracts, obviously a little separate timing, and was able to gross a little over $1,450 with that kind of trading with small contract size, i.e. 1 to 2 contract size overall. Now, as we move into the end of the day right now, what does the triple S indicator tell us about where we're going next? Well, we're in a sell signal state on a daily, 4-hour, 1-hour, obviously in a 5-minute and 1-minute chart, as we just passed 4 p.m. Right now as I'm recording this, and that effectively spells out downside risk is likely still here in the overnight session. But we are a little oversold, so getting an oversold bounce off of a lower low in the overnight session would be the likely outcome. Where could we go down to? Well, the bottom of the weekly pivot range is sitting at 63.42, and that would give us a proper 10% correction from the highs at the back end of January all the way down to those lows. And that would be the highs right over here in the 70.43 area, all the way down to the 63.42 area. That would be almost right on the nose, a 10% correction, and that can at certain times act like a magnet. I hope that you enjoyed the analytics, some of the discussion on the trades here, and I will continue to keep you abreast of my thoughts on the market in the videos to come. Have an incredible rest of your day, and thank you for watching.